I have exactly 30 days to turn this wrecked Camaro into my daily driver, and I need to find every single broken part today, or we're not gonna achieve that. Luckily, I have a head start, so I'm gonna tell you guys what I already know and what I've already ordered, but then we're gonna get into figuring out what we need to order to fix this Camaro. Last week, I already figured out that the control arms on both sides are completely blown out, so I already ordered those, and they shipped in like 3 hours of me ordering them, so they're already on their way, and we also have a fender for the driver's side, and that was $50. So with the driver's side fender, that was $50. The control arms on both sides together was $150, and the wheels that we have for the Camaro that aren't the wrecked wheels were another $200. However, the wrecked wheels we actually scrapped and recycled for a $56 profit, so we subtract that off of the $200 wheels, and we're not so bad. We're at $344 so far into this build, trying to get this car drivable again. But now we need to figure out what else is wrong with the Camaro. So let's start jacking up the passenger side, because obviously this wheel is the worst. I mean, it's not turned, guys. I mean, that's supposed to be straight right now. As you can see, it's supposed to be straight. That is not straight. That is the worst part that we have to fix to get this car drivable. And I think there might be a couple bad parts on the driver's side, but we will look and find out today. So let's see if we could get this Camaro drivable as my daily driver in a month. I'm gonna leave the jack under there and the jack stand. Now we're gonna get this wheel off and put it under there as well, just in case, because I'm still learning and I don't want this thing coming crashing down. So we're gonna get the wheel off. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try to breaker bar this wheel off. I'll be right back. What goes on must get off. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that was the thing. I'm kind of dumb. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna crack those loose with taking the jack off and the jack stand, and then I'll get back to where I was with you guys in a second. You know what, y'all? I think I just needed a new battery. Both of my batteries were dead. So let's try this one more time before we go through the hassle of putting this back on the floor. Oh yeah. Always check your batteries, I guess. Oh wow. Yeah. That's cool. All right, just in case if that follows on us, we have a tire there. So let's show you how bad this actually is. Let's try to get you guys back there. Look at that lower control arm. Oh my gosh, it is so bent. Look at the bushings on that. That's so bad. Okay, so upper control arm, I'm not sure if that's, oh yeah. That's completely twisted. Okay. So, probably need a upper control arm, definitely a lower control arm. How's this? Oh, that's, oh no. That's a lot more parts already than I thought it would be. So we need tie rods. Cool. So tie rods, upper and lower control arm probably. Do we need a new shock? That's kind of cracking. Let me know what you guys think about this right here. Sorry. Let me know what you guys think about this right here. It's starting to crack, but I don't think the shock's bad. I think it's just twisted out of place because everything else is, oh, this is done too. I don't know if we're gonna hit our deadline. That's so many more parts than I thought. But just imagine when I get all this stuff fixed, I could daily drive this car, put car cover on the truck. And just go in the Camaro. I can't wait. This dream sequence was brought to you by Neverland Auto. They make covers for pretty much anything. Trucks, cars, UTVs, and even lawnmower equipment. And this one's been really easy to install, fits tight, and works great for long-term parking. With the Camaro build coming along, this is going to come in clutch when I eventually start daily driving the Camaro and want to keep the truck clean. If you want to check them out, links in the description, and you can save some money using code Durpamax. So thank you Neverland Auto for keeping me covered. Anyways, daydreaming aside, this is not looking good. All right, so I'm gonna show you quickly the control arms in the rear just to show you what I ordered and why. And then we're gonna put the wheel back on and see the other side for damages. Look at that. Control arm have disco party. No good. It completely blew apart. I should have done this side first. This gives me so much perspective on how everything should approximately line up. Okay, this side is like that too, so maybe I just need outer tie rod ends. I'd prefer to change the whole thing actually, now that I think about it. Honestly, upper control arm looks fine. Lower control arm looks fine. I'm about due for new bushings though on the lower control arm. However, I think we could have it drivable for a while until I could get a new bushing in, which would be fine by me. There's some stuff I gotta research for sure, but I think we're in pretty good shape on this side. That's good to hear. So let me take some pictures just in case if it's not up to spec and I have some reference images so I don't have to keep jacking up the car just to see what's wrong with it. And we'll go from there. But definitely looks better on this side for sure. Now, while I have the jack stand under the car and the jack and the tire, there is a oil leak. I want to try to see if it's bad because there was a pre-existing oil leak. It was very slight, but I want to see if it got worse. I don't know where it's dripping from. Oh dear. Okay, so it looks like the gasket from the engine to the transmission is bad. That's kind of where it looks like the oil's coming from. So we definitely have our work cut out for us. We have a lot more parts than I thought it would be. So it's going to be very interesting to see if I could afford and actually install all the parts before the 30 days is up to get a drivable Camaro. But even if we figure everything out, install it, we still need to register the car, get alignment, and depending on how bad that oil leak has become, deal with that as well. But hopefully I could hold off until I build the transmission for this car and we could just do it then. We have everything we should need for the rear end on its way already, so that should be short time coming. And then now I just need to figure out a whole complete list of what I need. I need to do some research on the wheel bearings, the tie rod ends, and whatever that sway bar looking link is. Please forgive me, I'm learning. So thank you for tuning in, and I can't wait to show you guys this car back on the road. So stay tuned and subscribe. Derp to the max. If you missed the first episode, it'll be in the description down below. Have a wonderful day.